Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, you motherfuckers. Well, good morning, everybody. Good afternoon, breakfast, lunch, dinner, good poop session. Whatever you guys are doing at this moment while you guys are watching or listening to this video. As you guys can tell, the sun is in my eyes. Doo-doo-doo, here comes the sun, and I know it'll be all right. That's what I hate in the winter, man, is when you have the fake sun. You know, the sun comes out and it's pretending like, ooh, it looks like it's hot outside, but it's cold as donkey balls. That's what's going on right now. It is cold, cold, cold. Well, guys, I want to thank each and every single one of you guys that have DM'd me on my Instagram and sent me 2 clips for the video that I'm making. And so far, I've gotten a pretty good amount of people that have sent me clips. So this video is probably going to be long as shit. If you guys don't know about the 2 weeks, 2 clips, making a video, and you guys are invited. So DM me 2 clips of you guys riding your bikes, and I'm going to put it in a video, and we're going to have probably a long-ass video of us all riding bikes together. So make sure, if you want to be a part of that, to go ahead and DM me, and I will get those ready so I can edit it. And the deadline for that is December 8th. Obviously, I'm going to bring this up probably every single video, so it'll be like that pokingness, like parents are telling you to clean your room. Well, I'm telling you to join in on the fun and be a part of this, because I think it'll be something good and we can all enjoy it together. Last night went out with Scotty and we filmed a how-to. So obviously I already posted the how-to, and it's the day of me posting it, but I'm still gonna make a video so I could be one day ahead. Woohoo! It's a good way to think, and I'll have more time to play World of Warcraft. But today I kind of wanted to talk about something that is really tough to address, and I don't have much time to think about it. Obviously, I have no time to think about it because I'm going to do it off the top of my head, because that's how I do things. And that's being an adult and still riding a bike. Like, how do you differentiate, I hope that's the word, the difference between, you know, a majority of people that ride bikes in reality are normally supposed to be kids. And then when you become a grown-ass adult, how do you separate the two? Now, if you're a BMXer like myself and you've been riding BMX for almost 30 years, it's really hard to go out in the real world and hang out with people and have normal conversations, because everything you do is kind of like in a teenager's mentality, where you think like a younger kid and you act younger and you talk younger and you dress younger. All because you're still riding BMX, and BMX mentality is this like youthfulness. It's like you're hyper, you're happy, you're always like outgoing. And to other people that don't have that, like, let's be honest, a majority of people that are my age, and I'm not being fucking mean, usually just sit at a desk. They don't work out. They go to work, get off, go take care of their family, go home, and sit around. They don't have any activity that keeps them going, which is good for your mental stability and also is good for your body. Even though I'm beating the shit out of my body, I'm still healthy and have a healthy lungs and a healthy heart, because I'm constantly keeping my blood flowing and I'm constantly riding my bike. But at the same time, I'm still acting like a kid and dressing like a kid, because I'm doing something that kids do. So in society, when I tell people that I ride BMX for a living, I usually get two things happen. One, I get the, oh shit, that's awesome, tell me about it. Or I get the, really? aren't you too old for that shit? And both of them kind of irritate me. The one that irritates me, usually they're like, oh, you ride BMX? That's awesome. And then they go right to talking about motorcycles. Every time. They don't even know what BMX is. And then I have to say, the bikes that spin around and do backflips and the X Games. And I have to explain it that way. And they go, oh, right? Or I tell them I ride bikes and they're like, they give me that look like, you can actually get paid to work and do BMX? And I'm like, yeah. And they're like, oh. You know what I mean? And they're just like snub-nosing you and looking down on you. So it's like, it's really tough to relate to people because of what we love. And to you younger kids, I want you guys to know that. I want you guys to realize that. Like, if you're gonna hang out with people and they don't ride BMX and they just don't get the way you act and the way you dress and the way you think, us BMXers really, 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 really think completely different. Like, take this for instance. I can guarantee you, if there's 200 people that watch this, there is at least 70 people that have maybe thought of this. All right, say you're going out, you go to a bar, or you're just going out somewhere and there's going to be an altercation and you're going to get into a fight. Tell me if you have or you haven't ever thought of this, is if you get into a fight and somebody punches you right in the fucking mouth, have you ever thought to yourself like, well, I fall harder on my bike, so who gives a shit if someone punches me? And that's like kind of the way I think. I'm like, man, I don't understand how anyone could have a problem fighting, or anyone could have a problem like falling off a ladder or tripping or something. I'm like, how do you get hurt? Like, how does a normal person say they twisted their leg and they can't, like, they're hurt, or they have back injuries, or they have this? I'm like, how? You don't ride BMX, you don't do anything. Like, how is that possible? There's no way in the world you should be getting hurt. There's no way in the world you should have these injuries. That blows my mind. And so, like, the way BMXers think and our thought process is so much different than anybody else's. And the way we communicate with one another is different than anybody else. Like, yo, what's up? How are you, motherfucker? Like, we're just so direct and we're just so, like, in your face. And obviously this sounds corny, but we're extreme. Everything we do is very extreme. And we're not malicious. We don't need to do it in a mean way or anything, but that's just our demeanor. We always come off that way. You know what I mean? We're very competitive. You know, when you're around your friends and you're hanging out with your friends, and say you guys are just hanging out and one of you trips and falls and like fucking smacks his head, kinda. Obviously he didn't get hurt or anything, but we're like, hey, you dumb pussy, get up. Quit laying around, you're so lazy, right? And other people are like, oh my God, you know what I'm saying? Like, just being a BMXer is just so much different than anybody else. Now, obviously, people are gonna say, well, skaters act the same way. I'm not a skater, so I don't know how skaters act or the way they do. I understand that they're badasses because they're falling around and wrecking and hurting themselves just the same as us. But I can only relate to BMXers. And now to the people that don't ride BMX, but do listen to my channel, just realize that, like, if you're a construction worker, that could be related to being a BMXer. Construction workers are really hard on their body. Or you're a rodeo clown. Holy shit, if you're a rodeo clown, fuck, your body's worse than my body. But I just find it funny, the disconnect that we have with regular people. And trying to get around situations of hanging around people that don't ride BMX or that don't live an extreme life can be, sometimes it can be off-putting, but other times it's just this like little friction kind of thing. Like where people are just raising their eyebrow and are just kind of like in awe of you and your friends because of the way you are. But growing up as an adult, it can be detrimental for relationships, and it can be tough. And the reason it can be tough is because things that we consider harmless can be hurtful to other people. And I'm guilty of this. I'm 100% guilty of it, because I'm a very, very extreme person, and I don't think before I speak. Now, that's something that all of us can relate on. If you don't ride BMX and you're not into what I'm doing, but you listen to my channel, I'm pretty sure you kind of have the same thing. You don't think before you speak. And there is no age limit to fixing things that you don't realize you have a problem with, until it starts hurting your surroundings or hurting the people that you care about. And then you figure out like, oh shit, I need to fix these problems because I didn't know I had these problems. And that's the part of life, man. There is no age limit. Just the same that I'm still riding BMX, I'm having a good time. I'm still sponsored, I still get helped out, and I'm 37 years old. So if you're 26, just remember, you still have 11 years until you're my age. And if I'm still getting help and I'm still getting sponsored, then there's no reason that you can't get sponsored. And there's no reason that you can't get helped. And I've told you guys this before. If you want to be sponsored and you want it, you have to make sacrifices. You have to do things that normal people won't do, and they're not rational. You have to do unrational ideas and thoughts, like sleep in your car and drive to California. If you live in California, you have more chances than anybody in the world. And the reason, if you do want to be sponsored, the reason that you're not sponsored and you live in California is because you're definitely not doing anything. Okay? But if you live anywhere else in this world, and I'm sorry if you don't live in the United States, the same goes for you. You have to take a chance. I went to a contest the other day, and there was a kid that showed up to a jam in the middle of nowhere. The middle of nowhere. There was no rhyme or reason, but this kid wanted it so bad that he hopped on an airplane and he flew all the way from Australia to come and hang out and be a part of this jam. And all I can say to you is you have to take chances and you have to sacrifice, and you're gonna have to travel. And the excuse that I usually hear from people all the fucking time is, I don't have no money. I don't have a car. I don't give a fuck if you don't have a car. Do you know who Brad Sims is? Brad Sims does not have a car. He doesn't have a driver's license. Do you know what he did to get sponsored? And everyone's going to say, well, he's a really good bike rider. Yes, he is a good bike rider. Yes, he does have talent. But guess what? He also had ambition, and he also got off his fucking ass and got a bus ticket and went to every jam and every contest. That's what you have to do. That's BMX mentality, man. You know, just like I'm saying from the beginning, man, people don't understand us BMXers. And the reason they don't understand us is because our thinking process is way different. Here's a prime example right fucking now. If you look right behind me right now, you see a Jersey barrier. I don't know what it is, but when I drive past any object or anything, a fucking mountain, I look at a mountain and go, oh, I want to ride that mountain. Oh, I could ride that mountain. I could jump it. I could do this trick over it. Looking back at that Jersey barrier, I always think like back to watching the McNeil video and thinking about Jay Muron blasting 4 feet out of a regular Jersey barrier. That's what I think. Honestly, like I just look at everything. Everything is rideable. So to come to a conclusion, to come to the end about my topic and about what I'm talking about today is, no matter what, as a BMXer, you're always going to have hard times. And the problems that you have as a kid and people telling you like, hey, it's stupid that you're riding a bike, you need to grow the hell up. Well, if you choose to keep riding bikes and you grow up and you're growing up, you're still going to have problems because people are going to look down on you because you're a grown-ass man riding a bike. And you gotta be able to stomach it, take that hard pill and swallow it. And you could say to myself, you can say to me, oh, Ricky, everyone accepts me riding a bike. Everyone doesn't accept you riding a bike, all right? Don't lie to yourself, all right? Your parents probably don't like it. You could have a girlfriend that doesn't care for it. You could have a boyfriend that doesn't care for it. There's someone out there that doubts you for it, and it sucks, but it's something that you got to live with, and it's something that you got to just keep on pedaling. And I don't know if any of this makes sense to any of you guys, and I know that I have a habit of fucking rambling, but let me know down below if you guys have problems, or if there's been people in your life that have doubted you riding BMX, or, you know, if you're a grown adult, who's the person that gives you problems for riding a bike? Now, in my life, I don't have anybody that bothers me for riding my bike anymore. Now, outside of my life, I've met people, you know, that say something or do something about my bikes, but I pretty much came to terms that I don't allow people into my life that are going to interfere with what I love. And I've always said that to you guys. If you're going to get into a relationship, you need to tell the person that you're going to be in a relationship with that you have a bicycle, and this bicycle takes up a lot of your time. It's not just a hobby, it's your love. So I want to know down below, what kind of problems have you guys had with other people because of your BMX bike? Have it been parents, or relationship, girlfriend, boyfriend, friends, bosses, you know, or just yourself? And is there anything that I said in this video that you can agree with, or things that you don't agree with? And I know that there's a lot of things that I say and do that people don't agree with. And I'm very off-putting sometimes because I'm very blunt. And if I offend you guys at any time or anything, I super, super apologize for that. Anyway, guys, I love you. It's getting close to my acai bowl. I need to get home. World of Warcraft time. Woo-hoo-wee! And have a great morning. Remember to like the shit out of this video. The more you like it and the more you interact with this video, the better it does, and the more and more people can see it, the bigger the community gets. If this is your first time watching it, hit that little fucking button down there and subscribe, motherfucker. Share it on Facebook, share it on your Instagram stories, and if you have a playlist, put me on your playlist and share me on your YouTube, because you do have people that come to your YouTube channel and maybe they'll see a playlist of Montana Ricky stuff. And also down below, let me know some ideas. Give me some ideas. Tell me things that you guys want to hear about, or tell me about things that you like that I've done. Anyway, guys, enjoy the how-to that I'm going to post. I posted yesterday because I'm cheating and doing this video. Yada, yada, yada. Acai bull time. I love all you guys. Have a great morning and... and marijuana.